Hello, I'm so glad you could stop by today. I have two 4th of July cards for you today, and I made these cards using supplies from Echo Park Paper Company. This is called America the Beautiful, and you get 2 of each of these sheets that I'm going to show you here in a second. So there's lots of pretty red, white, and blue designs in this paper pack, and if you buy the 12 by 12 collections, you also get a sheet of stickers. Now these cards here are I believe 4 by 4, so they're perfect squares, and then these flowers are quite unique. You can use those for anything, not even 4th of July, but other times too. So these ones are 4 by 6, and then you get this beautiful firework. So I'm going to use this firework paper, and I'm going to cut it at 6 inches, and then I'm going to score it at 6 inches so that I get a square greeting card. And I'm going to decorate it with other items from that paper pack. Now here I just cut a thin 1-inch strip of this striped paper. I thought it might be kind of nice to add it behind each of these images just to set it apart, but I ended up not doing that. So this is a Hero Arts die. It's the Infinity postage stamp dies, and this is a heart brad, and I'm going to use those to decorate my card. Now these are the Spellbinders A2 Scalloped Borders 3. You get 7 dies, that's S5 214, and I'm just going to use these 2 to cut a pretty edge, just a decorative border there on the edge of my paper. And then you could leave it like that, but I'm going to use these strips of paper. I cut them to 1.5 inches, and then I'm going to trim them down to 6 inches, so it's 1.5 by 6 inches, and I'm just going to adhere them to the inside front panel of this card using this tape runner adhesive by Scrapbook Adhesives. And now I lucked out with this one because the other side of that strip of paper said proud to be an American, so I didn't need to do anything else. But this one here, the other side is just some of those random images, so I'm gonna have to do something to cover that up. You'll see in a moment. But I'm going to move on to the frame right now, and I did decide to cut out the image from the frame, and then I'm going to pop up that image with some foam adhesive just to give the card some dimension. And I thought that that wood frame behind it also really set it apart from the background, so I do like that a lot. And then there's my pretty little heart brad. Now I'm going to use this foam adhesive. I bought this from Amazon a long time ago, so I couldn't find a link for it, so I apologize that that's not going to be down below, but I know that Scotch brand makes a lot of good foam adhesive. Now this is a piece of release paper that came off the back of a self-adhesive magnetic sheet that I had purchased, and it's a great way to cut those foam adhesive strips apart because your scissors stick to them pretty badly, so it's nice to put them on that release sheet, then they don't stick at all. I learned that little tip from Nina Marie. She does a lot of Simon Says stamp cards. So anyway, you can see that I need to cover up that portion there because it's just not full images, so I'm just going to cover that with that striped pattern there. And then I'm using this adhesive eraser here to get rid of that thick strip of adhesive that I'd put down because it didn't cover it up. Now I'm going to use my X-Acto knife to cut out this image. And I did speed up the video, so I can't cut it this fast in real life. I go a lot slower, but I'm just going around the edges, and then a portion of it I do go a little outside, and you can see a little bit of the white, but that's okay. I think it looks pretty neat anyway. I like being able to add dimension to my card, so this is one fun way to do it. Now, when I'm finished with the card, I think it looks good, but I also think that it would have been another neat addition to it would have been to go ahead and set it apart from the background somehow, instead of just using the white mat. But this looks good as well, so it's up to you. You can add something behind it if you want, but you don't have to. I chose not to. So we're almost done. We're just going to pop this one up with a foam adhesive. I'm using that same blue foam adhesive that I did on the first one. And I don't know if you can hear the thunder in the background, but it is, we're getting a little bit of a monsoon rainstorm here. So I can hear it. It's kind of neat. I like that. I love the sound of thunder and rain. And those blue pieces of paper are hard to get off of that sticky foam adhesive. So now it's going to be popped up a little bit on my card, you could see there. And then on the inside of the card, I'm going to go ahead and put one of these quotes from the Founding Fathers, "Where there is no law, there is no liberty." That's Benjamin Rush. So there's a couple of these that I'm looking through just to decide what I want to put on the inside of my cards, and I do decide to use the "Where there's no law, there's no liberty" on the first one, and then I choose a different one for the other one. But I'm also going to just adhere a piece of blank paper right above it so I can write a message. And I'm using these Zig Memory System writers. They're dual tipped, so you have a thin and then a thick tip. So I'm going to just do a little Happy 4th of July message inside here. And this is this trick I learned so long ago. You just put the little dots on the end with a thicker marker, so that way, so you write with a thin tip and then you dot it with a bold tip. Now I'm going to make an envelope for these cards, and this is a Martha Stewart scoreboard and envelope maker. For a 6-inch square envelope, you're going to start with a 10 by 10 inch piece of paper. So I'm just going to trim this 12 by 12 down to 10 by 10. And I'm going to do that to both of them, but I'm not going to show you both of them. So now I'm just going to score it at 3 3/4 and rotate it 3 3/4 again, rotate it 3 3/4 again, and rotate it, and a final 3 3/4. And then I'm going to fold it and score it with my bone folder here. And then when I unfold it, I can go ahead and use my corner rounder to round those corners to give it a nice finished look. And then I'm just going to trim out the corners there, so that those pieces will fold down and I can adhere it together to create that square envelope for my card. So this is just a piece of, you guys, I think I purchased it at Hobby Lobby a long time ago. It's like a textured cardstock. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this 4th of July, and I wish you a happy 4th of July and hope you have a wonderful one. Be safe and have fun, and thanks for stopping by. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Bye-bye.